You ever have that feeling where you know all the right words, but when you speak English, it just doesn't sound quite right? A little stiff, maybe? Well, in this explainer, we're going to fix that. We're going to break down a real conversation and uncover some of those key phrases and pronunciation secrets that'll help you sound way more confident and fluent.
Think about it. We've all had those moments of just pure, absolute joy. But how do you really express that in English? I mean, I'm happy is fine, but it doesn't always cut it, right? So we're about to dive into a story about a piece of news that is so good, it's literally life-changing.
All right, so first up, let's meet our main character. This is Ahmed, and you can probably tell just by looking at him, he has just gotten some incredible news. I mean, he is absolutely buzzing with excitement.
And here's his friend Fahd. He's just, going about his day completely unaware. He has absolutely no idea what's about to hit him.
Okay, so let's get right into the conversation. It all starts with Ahmed trying to find the words to explain this incredible feeling.
And notice what he says. He doesn't just say, "I'm happy." Nope. He comes out with this amazing phrase, "I'm on cloud 9 right now." That tells you everything, doesn't it? This isn't just some regular good news. This is something huge.
So what does that even mean? On cloud 9? Well, it's an idiom, and it means you are just in a state of extreme happiness, like you're totally euphoric. It's such a great image, right? It's like you're literally floating on air, just completely overjoyed.
Okay, so what was this incredible news? What could possibly make him feel like he was on cloud 9?
There it is. He got accepted into the college he really, really wanted to go to. All that hard work finally paid off. Yeah, that's definitely a reason to be on cloud 9.
Okay, now let's switch over to Fahd's reaction. Because, and you're not going to believe this, the story doesn't end there. In fact, this is where things start to get, well, a little weird.
So as Ahmed keeps talking, explaining all the details, Fahd is just completely blown away. He finally says, "Wait, finding out about all these coincidences is freaking me out." That phrase right there tells us he's moved past just surprised. He's totally shocked.
Now, the phrase freaking out is super interesting because it's so flexible. It can mean you're really scared or really angry. But in this case, it means he's just completely shocked and amazed. The context is everything here. It tells us Fahd is freaking out in a good way. He's just stunned.
So, what was it? What was the thing that took him from just being surprised to being completely freaked out? What was so unbelievable about all this?
Well, get this. It turns out Fahd had also just been accepted into the exact same competitive program. And the crazy part? They both decided to apply separately, totally at the last minute. So it wasn't just one coincidence. It was this whole series of things lining up that was just almost impossible to believe.
All right, let's change gears for a minute and talk about a really cool pronunciation tip that we actually heard back in Fahd's reaction. Now, this is one of those small things that makes a huge difference in how natural you sound when you speak.
Okay, just look at the difference here. When we're talking naturally, especially kind of fast, we tend to drop those hard consonant sounds at the end of words. So finding out becomes a much smoother finding out. And often just becomes an. This isn't lazy or wrong. It's just how English flows in conversation. Seriously, listen for it next time you watch a movie or a TV show. You'll hear it all the time.
Okay, so now it's your turn. It's time to take all this stuff and actually make it your own. Let's put it into practice so you can start using it right away.
So here are 3 really simple steps to help you lock all this in. First, just take a second to review those 2 big phrases we learned, on cloud 9 and freaking out. Got them? Good. Second, try that pronunciation tip. Say it out loud right now, finding out. Feels more natural, right? And last, and this is probably the most important part, try to write your own sentence using one of those idioms. That's really how you're going to make it stick.
And to wrap things up, I want to leave you with a question to think about. What's the biggest, wildest coincidence that's ever happened to you? A time that just made you go, whoa, something that totally freaked you out. Give it some thought. Thanks so much for joining us for this breakdown.